Now, Rich, what's going on, man? We got Cinco de Mayo coming up.
We got a lot of things going on, right? A lot of good food coming up here, a lot of good drinks, too. Chris, you know, I kind of goofed up on the times. I apologize. Chris does Meals on Wheels, in case anybody was wondering where he's at. And so he has some conflicts with a lot of the things that he does in charities.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of things, charitables. All right. So if he can't make it, and once again, I apologize. Our Phil Schmidt's team is, well, I'm here.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
we've got to get that going.
There we go.
And I love that.
There it is.
Somebody was talking about it the other day, about Chardonnay, and I go, yeah, I like it. I go to Cavalier Inn, man. The Cav's got good Chardonnay.
Absolutely. And now, Rich, with Cinco de Mayo coming up, do you have any favorite kind of cuisine? I don't. You're not. But you don't really make too many Mexican. You're not a big spicy guy. You're not.
No.
I don't remember you really being a big Mexican.
You know what happens with that, Stu? I think you need to lay the condiments out and let people make it as spicy as they want. Because I have a brother-in-law that's a good cook, and he has a tendency to really make things too hot so that the average person can't handle it. You can't enjoy it then.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, you need to do a double dish type of thing where you have the spicy and you mark it for people. And I would like to say just maybe like a Red Bull to indicate hot.
Yeah,
like
good idea. Yellow bowl or a green bowl.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You can see the Stu and Rich Diombala food wares coming soon.
Yeah, right. Big bowls, too. Nothing small with it.
Who's your porcelain guy? Hello, China. No, we're going to do American only. It's going to cost you $38 for one bowl, but dang it, it's American made.
Dave from Highland and I are going to be cooking up something here, too, pretty soon. He's going to do a backstrap. We're going to slice it real thin. We're going to make a tartare out of it. And I've got the backstrap. You know, we've done the ducks. We'll be doing a lot of cooking this summer. We'll be having a lot of fun. You know, you're going to be invited. Maybe we'll even have a contest where we can invite a couple of our listeners.
Yeah,
come on, enjoy what we're cooking. You know,
yeah, maybe we'll do like on a Friday or something. Maybe we can do a nice little 2-hour little stew for lunch show. Where it's not really remote or anything. We're not going to be out as business, but you know, maybe some of the places will, you know, just to highlight things. That's what we want to do.
Definitely, because there's so many good places around the area, you know, that you and I don't get to talk about, and I mean, we miss, and I don't know, I'm not really a guy that hangs out at one spot, you know, so I like to visit all the areas.
Well, I'm going to be interviewing this guy, Steve Rachin, the Barbecue U guy, on May 22nd. He's going to be not coming in. He'll be on I wish he was coming in, make some ribs, but he's going to be calling us, and he's got a new book about barbecue USA. It's a nice little book. I was reading a little bit about it, and talking about beef ribs, and he was talking about the if you're going to get the crown.
The crown roast?
Yeah, like the beef roast, right? You can do that.
Standing rib roast?
Yeah, he said what to do is see if they can cut the ribs just so you get a little extra more meat on there.
Right.
Because it was a nice little basic recipe for salt and pepper ribs. And that's, I mean, it's a Texas thing where, you know, you get a good quality meat. You don't need to lather it up with stuff. You just, you know.
There's a restaurant in Phoenix that we used to go to all the time. It's called the Rustler's Roost, and it was in the Point Resort. And they had beef ribs. And I never really thought much about beef ribs, you know, being from Indiana and everything and the region.
Pork.
They were pretty darn good.
You know what? I actually prefer beef ribs.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Now, I like the short ribs. Yeah. I love short ribs.
Short people, they're not good. I want big, long.
These are meaty short ribs.
I want big, long bone, and I want to be able to.
You know, I think one of the things that's really funny is back in the day, you know, when I was much younger, you could get the flank steaks, you could get the short ribs, you could get the oxtail. Oh, it was so inexpensive. And now all that stuff's almost $5 a pound.
What's the in like Argentina, the Brazilian? What is the charcoal that they use? Or
it's probably the wood that you can get over here you can get that at Calumet Lumber in East Chicago.
Really? What is it called?
Oh,
it's some kind of but that's how you get that really good smoky.
Yeah,
flavor.
You want to use that wood.
That slow roast with a flank steak. I remember having some of that at the old good friend, you know, across the street from Robin's Meat and Deli, the big place. the restaurant.
Oh yeah, the Brazilian.
Yeah, they're not a sponsor, so we don't want to. I had it over there, and
I don't mean the haircut Brazilian.
No, I was like, oh, that was fantastic. It was just, and it's that smoky flavor.
Yeah, Calumet Lumber, which is, and I know Ray Kozlowski there. We'll have to get a hold of Ray and see if we can't get him in because he sells that
talk
stuff.
to Rich. Different things going on. I know he's been busy. Rich, you worked for the former mayor of Hammond, right?
Yep.
The senior.
No, I didn't work for senior.
Oh, you didn't do it?
I helped him with his campaign, but I didn't want a job.
Okay.
I was busy.
Buddy. You're friends with them. So then you worked for junior.
Yep.
And now you ran for 5th District Council.
Yeah,
and you're helping Mike Repay in his campaign.
Right.
But
just trying to help, man.
But I'm not talking, and I'm not talking specifically about any candidate.
No.
Like but I just want to know, how do you see things as they're changing in the? Are people being more cognizant of like the technology change, or are they still trying to go through the old ways of stuff going on? And you don't have to be, and not
it's too after this campaign. I think we're going to learn a lot by how many people we could drive to the polls, by the Facebooks, by the emails, etc. Okay, I think the technology is definitely, covering. Let me see, picking up. I was with Joe Gomestego last show. Remember the biggest thing that us being the veterans. With boots on the ground in Vietnam, vote. We plead with people to vote. So don't complain if you don't. And I'm hoping that the politicians make it easier for people to vote. And I told my daughter this morning, I said, until it costs the voter more money than it costs the politician to buy the vote, this country's in trouble.
Yeah, and I see a lot.
You understand what I mean by that?
I know what you're meaning, but Dave from Highland called, and he said he heard someone say why they're going to vote for a person. And the person said, well, I used to babysit their daughter.
Yeah, that makes a lot. See, now that's just dumb.
And that's where I asked devil's advocate, or is that part of the cons when we say everyone should vote, get out there and vote?
Well, but I wish the people would take a look at the person's resume, not the propaganda that they throw out. Get a resume, find out what they've done. This is probably one of the worst times in the history of this country to get a job. The guy with the jobs is the king. I don't care who it is. It's whether it's private, public, or whatever. The guy with the jobs is the king. And you people are going to hire somebody here in the near future. You're going to hire someone. And you have the opportunity now to either hire that person or not hire him, or give them the old thing that you've probably been told. We're going in a different direction. It's really important that we get this thing right.
Private firms, I don't think you look at newspapers, dying media thing. Even radio station, we're, hey, I'm working, but I'm not making any, I can't make, heck, I'm a single guy, no children. Are you kidding me? Could you imagine? If I had a child, I would be, love guys and all, but
you got to go find the money, right?
I would be out of here in a second. I have the.
And you can't. Brent,
I'm just saying the thing is, there's that money that it's hard for a private company to compile all the data for people to make it easier for them to access knowledge about candidates. Now, should that be part of the government? Say we hold the elections, right? We pay for the polling booths. We pay for don't we pay for the poll workers? Isn't that paid from my tax fund?
No,
is that paid by the parties?
That's paid by the parties.
Okay, could there be a way of just basic resume? Here it is, up on the thing, where people can access.
Well, how many of our callers have gone through the process of trying to be hired? Now it's your turn, as the owner of the company, which is your government, to take a look and hire these people. So put yourself, you've been empowered now with this authority. Go take advantage and use it. And if you say, oh, he was a friend of my father's, or that's nice, all right, but can the gentleman do the job? We got to start picking people that can do the job.
Yeah, and ask when someone comes to your home, and I'm not a big proponent of knocking on doors.
No, that's a tough